I analyzed the wallets of these 6-figure meme coin traders to see how they make money so you can too. Now to give you some details, this website is called KOL Scan. This has the leaderboard and the rankings of some top KOLs in the space. Now this wallet analyzing tool is called TradeWiz, and the charting with all the buys and sells, this is on DexScreen. Now there are links down below for all of these so you can do that. So this website, KOL Scan, it's got the activity that's happening right now. And the cool thing is it shows you the daily, but also the weekly leaderboard to show you where people are and how they're going. And it shows you their profit and losses. And what you can see here on the weekly, there are some big numbers. Even on the daily, there are still some big numbers going down. So people are going absolutely crazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the weekly leaderboard with Orangey. I'm gonna copy his wallet address, click on that. Then I'm gonna go to TradeWiz, hit paste, and then put in his wallet address. And this will give me his profit and loss over the last 7 days, win rates, all of that. Now his top trade over the last week netted him $42,000 profit. If I actually click on the token link itself, it'll give me the token address. What we're gonna do is head over to DexScreener, gonna hit on search, paste in the contract address. Then what you can actually do is click on this little funnel here, go back to KOL Scan, copy the address again, then up in the URL bar, you can actually paste in that address. And then this will show you the buys and sells.
Now, a quick note, if you can't see any buys on the chart, it means that they bought them on Pump Fund before it migrated and bonded. So this means that it's basically at this point here is when they bought it. So any point above that, they've made profit.
But what you can see here is you can see the sell points that Orangey has made on this particular trade that netted him $42,000. And it seems like on every run up, so every time it had that run up and peak, he kind of clipped it out. So when it ran up to a new all-time high, clipped out. When he ran up to a new all-time high, clipped out. And looking at this, he wasn't doing single clips either. He was doing multiple sells at a time. So you can see here, if we actually have a look down the bottom, he's just selling out portions at a time. 13 sold, 15 sold, 5, 8, 10, 8, 5, 10, 10, 10. And this is what he was doing on the way up to not nuke the chart, but keep the buys coming through to then make sure that he maximized the profits. Still on Orangey, if we go back and have a look at Nye, which netted him at $25,000, what we can see here is we can see his 2 buys and then sells into that initial pump, sells on the way down, and then he saw a bit of a run up, thought it was gonna run up higher, 2 more buys and 2 more sells. And you can see this down here, sort of 2,300, so he's in for around 4,600. And then the first sell was initials gone, so he was out, and then after that, it was just profit taking territory. Profit take, profit take, profit take, couple more buys, and then a few more profits out. Now you don't have to go through DexScreener to see all these stats. You can actually see this here, so you can see the amount of buys and sells that they've done. So 4 buys, 7 sells, 2 buys, 16 sells, all of this within TradeWiz, but it's just nice to give you a visual representation of how he's actually doing it. And basically the takeaway with a trader like Orangey is he does a couple of buys and then staggers his sells on the way up. But this isn't surprising. This is what a lot of people do to not nuke the chart. Now next up, we're going to look at Frank. We're going to copy his address, paste it into TradeWiz, and then this is gonna give us a look. And you can see here, his win rate compared to Orangey is a little bit different. This is 23% compared to Orangey's 73, but he's making large profits. This means that he's taking a lot more swings, but when he has upside, he has real big upside. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna check out binary, copy the address, paste the address in, and from here, you've got Frank buying in just under $1 million to begin with, 2 buys to be exact, and these buys were for around 1,000 total. And then as you can see on the way up, he has then done a few clips out to then take some profit. And as you can see here, this is what he's done on these runs up. So he had this initial run up, didn't take profit here, saw it pull back, run up, see it kind of break through that old all-time high again, clipped out. Then when it ran up to another all-time high again, clipped out again. Not full clips, just some sells there. And you can see here, 4,000, 4,000, 3,000, 3.5, 3.5. So he put in 1,000, and then his first sell, he was essentially up 5x, which then meant that afterwards he could sell out at any price point and he was well into the profit. If we have a look at entry, which netted him $14,500, look at this chart is absolutely beautiful. We can see here that he made a couple of buys in and basically sold the top, and then it kind of dumped out. So he was in at around 150K and then ran it up to around 1.4 million, in for around 2 grand. First sell was 10, then 5, then 700, and then 600. Same kind of deal, which is the multiple buys in to average in, not to get mev'd out. And then on the way up, it hit an all-time high. When it ran up to the second all-time high, almost took some profits, ran up to another all-time high, took some profits again on multiple different sell points. Not as aggressive as other traders, but it's following a similar pattern. If we head back to KOL scan, let's pick up another one, assassin.eth. Let's copy that address. Let's paste it into TradeWiz. Now to mix this up with assassin.eth, we're actually going to check out what his trades were over the last 24 hours. Now, this one, Artiste, this netted him $3.1 thousand. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this address. And it's not showing up here, but you can see with Assassin, this is on the minute candles. 2 sells the first minute, 3 sells the next minute, 5 sells the next minute on this run up. This is on the minute. If we head to the 1 second chart, we can see clipped out, then on the way down, waited for an all-time high kind of breakthrough again, more sells, more sells, more sells, and then the guy's not perfect, and then still had a bit of a moon bag right at the end to sell out there. And let's just pick another one. Let's hit Moneymaker number 8 on the weekly chart. We can see here his win rate is 88%, absolutely killing it. So let's actually check out some of his buys and sells. And you can see he's got a different strategy. He's doing minimal buys, minimal sells, as opposed to some of the other traders. So with something like Last, which netted him $4.9 thousand. And he got in on Pump Fund. This thing ran up to around $1 million, pulled back down, and then he ended up selling at around that 500K mark and made himself a little bit of cash. Now with Moneymaker, he's definitely in the trenches because some of these tokens you can't actually see on Dex Arena. They've only been on Pump Fund, so they don't actually have all of that data that you would expect. So when you head over to Dex Arena and put in something like Juice, doesn't come up because it is a pump fund that didn't even get to migration, but the homie has been printing on it anyway. And for fun, let's check out one more, Damon. What we'll do is put his address in. We can see here that he got in on the bonding curve and pump fund and then sold the top. And here he got in on the bonding curve. It ran up to around 1.4 million, missed out on that, had the pullback, and when it came up to what was kind of breaking through the other high that it just reached, sold out there and then sold out there, still netted a decent profit overall. So why did I do the research? Why did I want to bring this to you? First off, if you do want to have access to high quality wallets to then analyze what people are doing, KOL scan is good because these people are here, they're making trades, so you can actually see the trades live and that are actually happening, but these aren't just hidden wallets. These are people that you can see on the timeline. So if you click on Orangey and you click on the X icon there, what it will do is it'll take you over to their X account. You can see exactly what they're doing and these people. The idea here is they're docs but not docs. They're not hidden wallets. These are the people's public wallets. That's what they're trading, it's what they're doing. When you have a look at someone like Spoono here, he's actually live streaming each day, so you can actually check out his wallets, his trades, and actually copy trade him if you want, follow his trades, analyze what he's been doing. This is a great tool and a great way to get some wallets of people that are prominent in the space and then look and analyze what they're doing, how they're trading, what they're moving into. Because if you're tracking some of these wallets, if you're copy trading some of these wallets, you're gonna end up in a good spot. The other reason that I want to bring this to you is TradeWiz. It's a free tool to use, Telegram bot, link down below. You can use that, paste in addresses, paste in different things, and it'll give you all of this analysis that you wanna see. So right here, you can look over the last, say, 30 days and see what this wallet has done, what their win rates are, all of that, which gives you an idea if you want to copy trade something or if you should track a wallet and find out what's happening. Because overall, the entire space and ecosystem are looking at people like this and following their trades. So when they move into something, they're moving markets, even though they're not intending to move markets. And when they sell out, they're also moving markets on the downside. So this can give you an idea about what they're doing to then position yourself better to end up making a bunch of money, but then also just protecting your downside if they are selling out. And what this also does is it gives us an idea of how each trader trades specifically. So with something like Orangey, he's making a few buys in the beginning, but then layering out his sells to not nuke the chart, to then keep that momentum to the upside, to then take some fat clips. Someone like Frank, he's a little bit more longer term with his plays. He might move into something and hold it for a lot longer. He's not necessarily a day trader. And then with someone like Moneymaker, he's basically making one buy, one sell. And then looking at their P&Ls, you can then end up finding what's actually happening on chain and then give you an idea about how you could move in and out of trades to preserve the amount of capital that you have and then maximize that upside without nuking the chart. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Hopefully you enjoyed that breakdown. If you did, go down there, drop some love. I'd very much appreciate it. I had a pleasure making this video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.